All right. All praises and glory goes to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua by Hashem Yakwadash. Double and honors to the elders of GMS who's pushing this truth with all truth and sincerity. Shalom. And, this is a quick lesson, that us brothers, you brothers out there, we have been beaten down in numerous ways, man, and Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua is about to establish you brothers into y'all's rightful rulership. There's some brothers that's not gonna taste death. There's some brothers that's gonna be beamed up in the same bodies that they was born with, man. They're gonna witness Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua beaming them up. And America has beaten down the Israelite man far enough, man. There's no lower that the Israelite man can get. How America used and abused them, man. And you brothers, the Israelite man, especially the brothers that's knowing that they're Israelites and knowing the truth, man. You brothers are gonna get raised up. You're gonna get raised up with rank, with power, authority, and Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua is gonna eventually raise you brothers up, man. Which, if you stand stiffly, if you're of the elect, man, you deserve it, man, because it was written from the foundation of the earth that you was gonna be chosen at this time, in this time period, in this era, in this day and time, at a certain time, that you was eventually gonna get beamed up, saved, man, get spiritual power, But this is Isaiah chapter 13, verse 12. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir, man. And I know we bring it out a lot of times, but this is coming, man. This prophecy still hasn't taken root yet, but it's coming, man. During Jacob's trouble is when the power is gonna get altered from one people to another, man. And it's gonna be in the Israelite man's ball court to have the power, man. And these women are gonna see it on you, brothers, man, and they're gonna wanna get with you, man. And good riddance, man, because America has done a number on the Israelite man dealing with these women, man, these wicked ass women. Dealing with the feminist movement, dealing with these simp ass men out here, and what gets me is these simp ass men out here actually endorses and promotes being a simp and the Queen of Heaven spirit, and making women God, which the Bible clearly states that the man is the head of the household, man. And women should be subjected under him, man. And us men, we conquer women, man. Every time you go into them, you conquer them, man. And that's the Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua given right, that once we go into a woman, that's his possession, that's his land, man, basically. And he see if he sees fit to do whatever he please, man. But America has flipped the script, has polluted it, has done every wicked thing, man, under the sun, to perverse these women, to do witchcraft, man. And these women, they're wicked, man. They don't know their right from left, nor do they know good from evil, man. But they have done a number on the Israelite man, and Israelite men has been beaten down, has been taken the low lowly for some time, man. Even men that aren't in the truth, man, has been putting up with the Israelites, more and more the black woman's bullshit, man. And it gets to the point to where you get fed up, man, to where you don't even want to deal with black women. But even these heathen nations, these heathen women, man, they're so big headed and so puffed up by Babylon, by America's ways, that they get big headed here, man, and they think they can they think that they're over you, man. But like I said, brothers, when Jacob's trouble happened, man, don't be a Captain Save-A-Ho. Let these women get what they deserve, man. And one thing I noticed, that when judgment comes, man, is because people deserved it. It's not because Yahweh by Shema has poor judgment, or he wasn't looking at the wicked shit that they, or he wasn't looking at their background, and judgment just befall them randomly. No, because it's because of the wicked shit that people do, man. And Yahweh by Shema Shai knows everything, man. He knows everything about us, to the very detailed colors in our eyes, man. Or if it's not physical, man, he knows our spiritual bodies, man, what we look like. That's how far it goes, man. But I mean, he's the one that created these bodies, man, and he's gonna be the one that creates the new heavenly bodies, man. Which is slowly coming to the Israelite, man. Because if you're of the chosen, man, you already have the kingdom. You just got to get there, man. It's predestination. You're already there, but you're there, but you got to go through tribulations. You got to go through pain and suffering, man. And all this is just gonna be worth it in the kingdom, man. All this suffering, all this pain that you brothers go through, it's gonna be worth it in the kingdom. And this is 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 50. What I am saying, dear brothers and sisters, that the flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of heaven, the kingdom of Yahweh, nor does perishable inherit the imperishable, man. So these flesh can't come into the kingdom with you, man, because you brothers, y'all gonna live forever, man. Y'all are gonna be well known amongst Israel, well known amongst these YNs, these sexy reds, and ultimately these YNs and sexy reds, they gonna come back in their right minds, man, because right now they're our people are destroyed, man, and they're done away with, man. The 2/3, man, they're destroyed. There's no coming back, man, and they're ultimately retarded, man, and they need to be put to death, on sight, man. But eventually Yahweh by Shema Shai is gonna do away with them, and they're gonna come back in their right minds, man, and they're gonna look at you brothers, in astonishment, man, as like a golden, not as far as worshiping, but they're gonna look at you brothers, they're gonna look up to you brothers, man, basically. And people are, how the elites have famous people on this side, man. Well, the elect, the ones that escaped Babylon, the ones that was punished and beat down and in all manners of ways, and got new bodies, man. So the YNs and the sexy reds and so forth, man, they're not gonna remember their bodies, man, that they have, man. Not that that I know of, man. But they're gonna know that you elect men, y'all went through some things, man. They're gonna know that you know you know you men was in Babylon, and they're gonna wonder, and they're gonna wish that they was like you, man. you know because you brothers are gonna be rewarded, man, with fame and glory, man. People are gonna look up to you. And I'm pretty sure Yahweh Bashim Avashai, which he always sets a ranking system. You brothers you're gonna have a rank, man, and you're gonna have authority by the way of your stature, man. Maybe y'all brothers are gonna have aura around you. Yahweh Bashim Avashai is gonna show that you're of his elect, man. From the regular nation of Israel, you brothers are gonna look different. Y'all gonna be different. From the regular nation of Israel. Maybe the new bodies, y'all be bigger than the YNs and the sexy reds that comes back, man. Or maybe you'll have aura around you. But it's just something to think about. Man, America has done a number on us. I know you brothers are ready to get the hell up out of here. I am. I'm ready to go home. But we're here, man. We're just here for a short season. And these bodies are tormenting, man. Yahweh Bashim Yahushai really jacked this up, man. If you can really think deeply on it, man, he jacked this up pretty bad. To the point to where we was I think a nomad, a no people. A people without place. But getting back to the lesson of the video, that you brothers are gonna be y'all are gonna be brought back to the full stature, man, and men are gonna be respected. That's one thing, man. Women don't respect men. Women think they can manipulate and get over on men constantly, man. I see women trying to manipulate, trying to deceive, doing deceit upon men, man, and it gets tiring. It gets you get fed up, man, ultimately, man. And you see most of these women, they have no brains, so they go to OnlyFans and post their bodies, man. They do all types of manners of evil, just to get money. Mostly these women, man, they mostly crave attention, though, out of everything. But what makes it worse, that these simp ass niggas, man, that be simping, women of heaven spirit, man, they gotta go. They gotta go, man. You can't build a kingdom off of that, man. Our mindset is nation building, man. Now you got some Israelites, their mindset is me, give, and never give back to their nation of people. But they will always strive and always push forth money towards these women out here, man, that has no morals, that has no filter, that has no thoughts for their own. If you notice, man, women, they like to be in big groups. I'm not saying all women, but they like to be in big groups, and they like to have that one leader, man. Which I'll be watching videos to where they'll ask one girl one question, and then ask the second girl the other question. But the second girl, she wants to fit in with the group, so she'll agree with that question. And you see, you can't really build a mind because they don't have no standard, man. They don't have no what's that? They want to be liked by everybody, man. You know, they want to be cheered on. You know, they really have no leadership skills at all. You know, they want to be leaders, but they can't. They don't know how to be leaders, man. You know, and that's even dipping into the workplace. You know, having a manager, a woman manager over you, man, which she gets emotional, she gets stressed out, and then she just reflects the stress that was put on her onto you, man. You know, and try to belittle you because you're the man, but specifically because you're of the elect, man. You know, you're chosen, man, from the foundation of the earth. So the spirits know who you are, but you know, she gets so stressed out to where she can't relieve the emotion uh other ways. So you know, since she feel that masculine energy from you, she wants to belittle you at work, man. You know, and it goes to show you that this place is just done, man. You know, and you get tired of this. You get tired of it real quick, man. But in that day, man, this is Isaiah chapter 4 verse 1. In that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we'll eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. And women are going to be coming after you, brothers, man. And you brothers have been beaten down, has been trodden, has been abused way too long, man. Long enough, man. You know, it was our Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai given right, man, to conquer these women and for these women to be in subjection unto you. So as the world, because it's natural for human beings to abuse their power, man. As we've seen it countless times again down the line, man. It's natural for a man to have power and abuse it, you know. That just shows his strength right there, man. You know. So in that day, how much more you elect men when 7, 8, maybe 13 women is running after you, man. You know, you brothers better abuse the mess out of this power, man, that Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai is gonna give to you, man. You know, because these women has abused, has emotionally abused, has physically abused you brothers, has done a 360, has caused you brothers to be put in chains, to go to jail, has caused you brothers to go through emotional distress, man. You know, to the point to where you know, to be honest, to the point to where you wanted to end yourself, man. You know. And the funny thing is, a lot of Israelites, man, they'll kill themselves. You know, they'll off themselves dealing with these women, and these women wouldn't have no emotional scepters, especially if she didn't care for the man and she was just using him, and go up on her way, man. She'll hear that he died, and she wouldn't give two trucks, man, and still go to Big Tyrone down the street and get piped down, man. And the brother's up there, you know, he lost his life. He's in the spiritual realm, you know, and that's just wicked, man. You know, men ended, but it shows you that the mindset of this society that Esau breeds up, man. You know, weak ass men. You know, but this truth, man, it gives you that masculinity back. You know, it gives you that mindset back. You know, this truth, you know, helps you brothers out, man. You know, because we all been through that situation, man. You know, especially if you was in the world, man. You know, you all been through that situation to where you thought, you know, it was the end all be all. And if you didn't, man, you know, you've been through emotional trauma, man. You know, dealing with these women. You know, but they can't manage themselves, man. And I'm getting on the women, man, because you just get fed up. They really, if you really stop and look, man, these women, they can't manage themselves, man. Nor can they provide on their own, you know. Especially when all hell breaks loose, which it shows you that these women, they are subjected under power, man. So if you don't have power, brothers, they look at you as useless, man. They look at you as trash in the dirt, you know, as as a as a gum that you step on and you try to scrape it off with a pen or a pencil, or you try to rub your feet against the ground, and you don't think twice, man. Or as an ant that you walk on, you don't think twice, man. That's how these women see us, man. But really, man, we're you brothers out there, you're fine diamonds, man. You're fine rubies, crystals, man. We might look a little bit rough, but we're fine crystals and amethyst and gold, man, in the dirt, man, because right now Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai has a covering over us, to protect us from these women, man, because most of these women, they got diseases, they're not right, they're psychotic, man. They want to they're not looking to build a relationship. They're looking to do evil, to suck resources from you brothers, man. So Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai has has to keep us from these women, even though this flesh desires women. We desire women. What man in their right mind wouldn't want a lot of women, man. And you just see these sodomites, man, these gays, man, and basically they're an insult to masculinity, man. Because every time when I see a damn sodomite or a damn gay, man, they once they get around women, it's like women just accepts them, like it's like it's regular, man. The sodomite doesn't have no masculinity at all, man, and the woman, they'll just feel safe around them, man. They think they. It's a lot. Give me a sec. They think that they can just be friends with every sodomite that they see, man. They think it's regular. They think it's normal, man. And this shit is not normal, man. A man shouldn't want to lay with another man. Where's the masculinity in that, man? A man getting conquered by another man, that's dishonor, that's sick, man. Ultimately, we just got to get the hell up out of here, brothers, because this place is filled with temptations, is filled with lust desires, man, but this is Ephesians chapter 1 verse 4. For he chose us in him before the creation of the world to be holy and without fault in his eyes, man. And that's you brothers, man. Think about it. There's some men that's chosen to be beamed up, that's chosen to get the kingdom of heaven, man. This is why we gotta respect brothers. This is why we gotta treat brothers with all respect, man. Because very well, you could be hating on a brother, but he was chosen from the foundation of the earth to be beamed up into the chariots, while you, on the other hand, and nobody wants to taste that nuclear destruction, man. Everybody been burnt by hot ass grease, man. That shit does not feel good. So just how much more thermonuclear destruction, man. You know, it's like fucking acid eating away at your skin, man. Which shit, it might be, but it's like acid eating away at your skin, man. A very grievous burn, a very grievous burn slowly eating away at your skin, man. That's tormenting, man. You know, nobody wants to be in that nuclear destruction. Not even the fucking elites, man. These elites are running, building bunkers, spent millions, billions, trillions of dollars on their fucking bunkers, air coolants, liquid nitrogen, whatever resources on these fucking bunkers to survive the nuclear destruction. I'm pretty sure that they got water around the fucking bunker, man. In the ground. They spend millions and trillions of dollars, man. They put so much effort into producing and storing up crops and having crops stored up, and just leeching off of people to put forth into their bunker because they think they're gonna rise from the ashes, man. You're gonna rise from the ashes and be brought into chains, man. And that just shows you how prideful these damn devils are. They're gonna be prideful all the way up till they get put in chains, man. And so be it. Damn them, man. At this point, because they think they gonna rise from the ashes and start a new world and so forth, man. But these elites, they're retarded to a degree, man. They're not smart at all. They're stupid smart. They're smart to a degree, but because even then, man, they think that they can fight the creator, man, the one that created them, the one that put them in these fleshly bodies, man. That they don't even know how to separate the spirit from the body, man. They don't know how to do that, man. These damn devils, man, they're so prideful. They can't even go up to the Heavenly Father, man. But as soon as we get them new bodies, brothers, we gonna be out of space. They can't even go out of space fully, man. Nor can they even get all the way down there to Leviathan, man. Man, brothers, we are gonna explore. We're gonna enjoy the earth. Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai's will that you brothers and myself, make it, man. Cause we've been brought through the ringer, on this side, man. We've been brought through hell, man. And this is Isaiah chapter 42, verse 9. Behold, the former things have come to pass, and the new things I now declare before they spring forth. I tell you of them, man. And this is the feminist mindset. I know I'm going back and forth, but this is the feminist Yahweh Ba'Shem El Shai. He's gonna do away with the formal things, man. And you can relate it to the feminist mindset, man. The mindset of these women, man. They're gonna get a new mindset, when all hell breaks loose, when chaos hit the fan. These women has been catered to. You brothers are gonna be catered to, man. You brothers should be catered to. You brothers should be the kings and the princes that you are, man. Y'all are Yasha Allah, man. Prince of power, man. You brothers should be catered to, man. Out of everybody in the kingdom, Esau has chosen, has made league with a black woman to be catered to. The black woman has higher positions than Esau's wife, man. Esau's woman, man. And he catered to he made legions with our enemy, man, with our women. But that's because this is his kingdom, man. As very well, once we get the kingdom Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, once we, you brothers and myself get the kingdom, man, we gonna be having his women, man. We gonna make legions with his women, man. By conquering her, man. You know, by us putting her in a higher position over him, man. Now she's gonna look down upon him. You know, she's gonna suck her teeth upon his face, man, while he's in the field. You know, and I'm not saying committing adultery, man, but I'm saying like his daughters. I'm just saying women in general. The heathen women in general, man. They're gonna look down upon their own, on their own race, man, on their own race of men, man. But yeah, brothers, you brothers has been used and abused, man. And Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is gonna see fit to hook you brothers up, man, to get you right. Yahweh Bashim Yahushai has created everything, man. He knows how these women are. He can see right through them, man. He can see right through us, man. He knows how women are, man. Even though we try to get them we complain to the exact dang detail, but he knows in between the details, man. He knows in between the lines, man. He knows how women manipulate, how they use and abuse you brothers, man. And Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai knows how to change their mindset, man. How to humble them, man. And women are gonna get a real humblance, when this destruction is come forth, man. Especially the black women, because America has catered to the black woman long enough, man. Which they never deserved it in the first place, man. Black women never deserved to be catered to, man. Women shouldn't be catered to, man, because it puts them in a higher mindset, man. Not a higher mindset, but it puts them in a mindset of being disobedient, man, to their men, and thinking that they're above their men, which they're not, man. But that's what America feeds, man. It feeds lies, deception, deceit, man. And you brothers, y'all are gonna get hooked up, man. So you brothers just wait, man, because we are at the doors, man. Jacob's trouble can pop off any day. There's war with Russia, Iran, Israel, so forth. Matthew chapter 24. You're hearing rumors of wars, But before Yahweh Shai comes back, man, that MOTB has to be implemented, man. Before he comes back, that MOTB has to be implemented. And Revelations chapter 13 says, man, he causes both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond to receive a mark upon their right hand or their foreheads, barely paraphrasing. But you brothers just wait, man, because it's going to start on this side, but it's going to trickle down into the kingdom, man. And you brothers, man, the power is going to be in y'all's court, man. These women, they've been having power in their court, and look what they have done to the Israelite man. Look what they have done to men in general, man. They have broken men. They have used and abused, man. So how much more you men that knows Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, there's going to be chosen, man. That's going to be kings and priests in the kingdom of heaven, man. That's going to be conquering. That's going to have rulership and dominion over lands, over resources, over people, over the heathens, man. Over the animals, man. How much more you men, that you're right under Yahushai, man. You men are gonna be exalted, man. And this is a beautiful thing to be a part of, to be exalted, man. You men deserve to be exalted, and Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai sees fit that if you're chosen from the foundation of the earth, he sees fit for you to be exalted, man, and that's beautiful. within itself, man, that he chooses you. He could have chose anybody, man, but he chose you, man. So you brothers are going to get hooked up, and you brothers deserve it, man. Everyone that stood stiffly for the names of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, starting with the apostles of GMS and trickled down to the brothers that's been pushing this doctrine with truth and sincerity. You brothers deserve the power, man. Because all the hell that you've been through, you gotta look back at all the hell that you've been through, brother. Dealing with these women, dealing with America, every heathen, every nation came up against you, brothers. Came up against our nation. Even our women was used to assassinate our character, man. Brothers, we have been beaten down, have been trodden down for far too long, man. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua is about to raise us up. So I'd like to give all praises and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, Ba'Shem Yakal Kodash. Double and honors to the elders at GMS who's pushing this truth with all truth and sincerity. And to you, Akim, stay prayed up, and I ask Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua to go ahead and forward this destruction of America, DTA soon. Shalom.